and I'm back with conversations about meditation, what it is, and how should we approach it. If you're somebody who's new to this, if you're somebody who's never tried it or have tried and failed, maybe, and you want to learn more about it, this is the right place. You've come for a conversation that's going to be very fruitful and will prove to be a interesting, very good guide to start meditating. I have with me Mrs. Anjali Bapat, who is a heartfulness meditation teacher, trainer, and a practitioner of meditation for a very long time. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for inviting me, Tarun. It's good to be back again in conversation with you.
I want to start with meditation as a practice in general. How would you like to define what meditation is, especially for a beginner?
So I think sometimes it becomes daunting for people to think about meditation. Is it very difficult? Do I have to go in seclusion or go on the mountains and be alone? So it's actually very simple. Actually, all of us meditate every day. Meditation is what is it actually? Thinking about one thing continuously. So, in that way, we all have actually been meditating, we just didn't know it. Maybe we meditated on our problems, maybe we meditated on something that we're so interested in. If we've been in love, we are always thinking about the person that we are in love with. So we are continuously thinking of one object or one thing is meditation, and that we all have been doing. So we don't need to think that it's very hard and I don't know how to do it. Except now we will change the object of meditation. So now we'll define it as thinking continuously or effortless focus on a profound object. And so the object makes all the difference.
Hmm.
And what will be the outcome of this meditation? So in that sense, I'll say meditation is very easy. We all have been doing it all our lives. Now we're just going to change the object of the meditation so that that's what's going to bring in the positive results for us.
Wow. Well said. So, what do we generally focus on while meditating?
So there are various systems, and all systems are good. Everyone has pure intentions of helping the consciousness of all of humanity to evolve, wanting us all to go to the next level of consciousness and understanding.
Hmm.
And in that sense, we all have the same aim.
Hmm.
But each one has a different method, and it's important to try and follow the method as sincerely as we can so that then we can really get the results of what we're looking for. So some systems say put your focus on the Agya Chakra. Some will say focus on a point outside your body. Some will want you to focus on music. In heartfulness meditation, our focus, and we say effortless focus, it's not concentration because concentration involves some effort. But meditation is effortless. It's an effortless focus on the profound object, and in heartfulness, as the name suggests, we focus very gently on the heart, and we give a very gentle suggestion that the source of divine light, the source of everything, is already present in our hearts, and now it is attracting our attention from within. So that is the object of our meditation. We bring our awareness there and then we just see what happens. So, in a sense, it's a passive process because we are just bringing our awareness to a certain point and then just watching. We are learning to be a witness or learning to develop sakshi bhav, right? So, when we are able to put a distance between ourselves and what's happening, we can watch things like a witness, and that brings tremendous relief, relaxation, and we carry these learnings into our conscious state also. And even then, when an incident happens, we're able to put a distance, observe, wait, give a pause, and then respond. So basically, in heartful meditation, our object is the divine light, which is already present in our hearts and now is attracting our attention from it.
So, we focus on our hearts in this
Yes.
meditation practice that's called heartfulness. And you've
Yes.
been training it to a lot of people. and for a while. I would like to know about your journey in the world of meditation. How did it start? How did you get introduced to it? And then what did you like about it?
Okay. So I think people turn to meditation for various reasons. Some people think that, I'm experiencing so much of stress, maybe this will help me. Some think that you know, it's very, sometimes it's just trendy to say I'm meditating. That's not bad either. Some people say, I have everything. I have a good job. I have a good family. I have no problem with finances. I'm comfortable. But still, there is some inner voice in me is saying that I'm missing out on something. So I want to know if I'll find the answer here. So everyone turns to meditation for different reasons. For me, it was some kind of inner calling. From a very early age, I felt drawn towards these practices. Maybe I grew up watching my grandparents who are very devout, who were very very pious, who would be praying and doing their puja. My grandfather would often do meditation and yoga. So I grew up watching these things and being very fascinated by them. And in my early 20s, in 95, I was very, very drawn towards one system. And for 15 years, I practiced that kind of meditation, and it helped me tremendously. I used to be a very anxious person. I had a lot of complexes, and they were holding me back. I
Hmm.
mean, one of the things that was used to describe me was she has a lot of potential, but she's not using it, and I felt trapped within that. I was not able to actually do or express, or I feel I've come here for something, but I'm not able to do it. That kind of frustration was there in me, but through meditation, I really felt I sorted a lot of things out. And after 15 years in that practice, I got the opportunity to express heartfulness and meditation. So, heartfulness meditation or Sahaj Marg, as the kind of meditation is called, this institution is actually 77-year-old, so it's been around for a long time. And there are many practitioners who have been in the system for 30 years, 40 years. It's extremely effective. And for me, just the first few sittings, my meditation experience just took off. I can't describe what I felt. So, this meditation, the specialty is it is aided with yogic transmission, or pranahuti as it is called. And it's a very subtle energy, but you just take off. It's like I would say maybe meditation on steroids or something like that, the kind of experiences I began getting. And things just dropped away. I'm a kind of person who introspects, and I try and make a list of things that I need to improve on, and I would work on them, and it would happen also. But when I came to heartfulness, there's a technique called cleaning or rejuvenation, in
Hmm.
which we are able to drop our cognitive patterns or the samskaras or impressions that we have collected,
Hmm.
which kind of forms a blueprint for our future actions. So our past impressions create a blueprint for our future actions, and we are trapped within that blueprint. But this method of heartfulness cleaning actually helps us release those patterns, and a lot of new freshness, new ideas, and a new you emerges actually. And because of that, I found that I dropped many things that were getting in my way, and it's a new level of effectiveness, new level of efficiency, and not to mention joy, love, peace, all those things. Your relationships with everyone improves because you're peaceful within. You may have experienced if someone is very irritable or angry, and you interact with them, you end up feeling, I said, oh, what was this interaction? Doesn't feel nice.
Yeah.
But suppose you meet someone in the morning who's so cheerful, who's so loving, who gives you a beautiful smile. Without realizing, you smile back and you start feeling that way. So it's like that. When we work on ourselves and we feel happy, peaceful, and joyful, we kind of start manifesting that in people around us. So I just can't begin to describe the benefits I experienced through heartfulness meditation. This is my journey. So I began as a practitioner. In 2016, I became a trainer. In the system, you are asked to be a trainer. You can't say I want to be a trainer. So
Oh,
looking at your practice and the way you've been going, you will be asked. So you have to just humbly continue doing what you are. And if they ask you, it's okay. Then maybe I'm doing something right. And from there, then I've been given various responsibilities in the mission. Currently, I'm a facilitator for Maharashtra and Goa. So it's an ever expanding circle of love, and I'm just so happy and grateful to be able to do the work uh, at ever expanding levels.
wow.
So
I
that's my journey so far.
I really like the point where you said if you're peaceful and if you're um, joyful inside, that's what you'll exude, and everybody around you will also feel it. And
Yes.
in these times when there's news of war and so many mental issues that so many people are facing, it's going to help so many people if they just start meditating. And I'm sure a lot of people are inclined towards that. Lot of people do want to start this practice.
Right.
But people have a lot of notions in their heads about how should it be done? Should I sit in a certain way? Should I do it in the morning, 5 a.m. and things like that? Are there any do's that you would like to suggest? Things that uh, will ensure a good session for anyone who's beginning? Are there any such rules that you would like to lay down?
Yes, so I'd like to say that heartfulness is a very gentle practice. There are no harsh do's or don'ts, there are no rules. It's all, they're all suggestions, and there's something good to try out and see for yourself. Like even things like diet. So if someone is consuming alcohol or smoking, it's not, no one says stop drinking, stop smoking. It's not like that. It's saying you do the practice, drink till you feel like drinking, or continue smoking till you feel like smoking. And you'll be surprised that automatically the need for these things drop off. And there are many people who stop who are able to quit smoking easily because they've been doing. See, as I said, the blueprint is what is creating the future behaviors. And when you're able to change the blueprint, these behaviors change.
Yeah.
So, yes, so there are no harsh do's and don'ts, but there are suggestions. So, definitely, it's very easy in the sense you don't have to go anywhere or spend a lot of time. You can do it in the comfort of your home. Our current global guide for heartfulness is Sri Kamlesh Patel, and there were three guides before him. They all have been householders. They have been family men. They have worked in offices, looked after their families, and achieved the highest possible spiritual goal in their lifetimes. So it's meant for worldly people like you and me who have jobs, who have families. So it's not hard. You can do it. Anyone can do it. So the few suggestions are that when you meditate, try and meditate in the morning times and if possible, before sunrise. If not, whenever you can is fine. In fact, you can experiment and do it. That if I meditate before sunrise, how do I feel? If I meditate after sunrise, how do I feel? If I meditate at night, how do I feel? And record your observations in your diary. You yourself will see which is a better time to meditate.
Hmm.
Because early in the morning there's a very balanced state in nature and it becomes very easy to internalize that balance. So that is why it's recommended to try and meditate before sunrise. But if not, please do it whenever you can. It's better you meditate at some time rather than not meditate at all because you could wake up in the morning. So
Right.
if you're meditating at say 11 a.m. because that's the time convenient for you, that's okay. But then try and fix the time because automaticity in the practice is another thing that helps it become part of you. So every day at the same time. If it's 9 a.m., then 9. If it's 5:30, then 5:30. If it's 11, try and make it every day at 11. Another few things is about the posture. So we say Sukham Stiram Asanam. Any comfortable posture is the right posture for you. You have to be able to maintain it for some time. So it could be cross-legged, it could be with your feet spread out or in a chair. For me, cross-legged is comfortable. It might not be for somebody else who has stiff knees. So we all have to find our own comfortable position. Even when you get into the meditative state and you feel your knees very stiff, you can move your knees. Not that now once I've held the posture, I can't move at all. It's not like that. Um, and another couple of things that we need to think is sit at the same place every day because that space gets prepared for that activity. Often we see if you're sitting at a dining table now, you're starting to think, okay, what am I going to eat now? What's coming? Because that space is prepared for that activity. So if you meditate every day in the same spot, the same chair in your house, in the same corner, as that space gets prepared, you start associating that place with that activity, and it becomes very easy to get absorbed in meditation. So same time, same place, any comfortable position, and we say at least half an hour, and begin with 5-10 minutes as you feel comfortable. So these are a couple of things that help you definitely in meditating, get making meditation a part of your practice. There are other like there is rejuvenation or cleaning, like I said, which should be done in the evening because after the day's work we've collected so many impressions, we've had interactions maybe that were not so nice or whatever it be. Uh, and if we do that cleaning technique in the evening before we interact with our family, we are able to do it in a much better way. We're not kind of, our family is not the sitting ducks for our frustrations that we felt at work. We just clean the slate and then we interact with the people whom we love the most, but sometimes end up behaving the worst way because we just take out all our frustrations on them. So, cleaning technique to be done in the evening where we wipe out the day's impressions and are fresh to interact with our loved ones, and an inner connect before we sleep at night, that we connect with the source of our creation, with the divine light in our hearts, and put that thought in the subconscious that I'm remaining connected throughout the night. And that kind of builds an armor around you, keeps you away from any kind of negativity. You're locked into that subconscious thought, which is so good for you and keeps you in a very good mental state. When you wake up in the morning, that's the first thought that pops in your mind that I'm connected with the divine within my heart. So these are few things that really help in meditating. And everything else, as you continue in the practice, some things may drop away, some things may add. Let it happen very naturally. We call it search mark or the natural path. Whatever happens very naturally and easily is meditation. So as you progress, things will just happen automatically. So don't put any harsh, stringent rules on yourself because then somewhere you will rebel from within. So we don't want that. We just want cooperation from the mind. We don't want rebellion. So that's why we don't put any stringent do's and don'ts.
Right. Start slowly, ease into it. Remember a few ground rules.
Yes.
For example, having the same place at the same time is a good idea because your mind then starts associating with that place and that time with this practice of meditation. That will help you a lot. Whenever you enter that room or reach that place, your body and mind will tell you, okay, it's time to calm down, it's time to meditate. That will really help. Of course, there are a lot of things that you will learn in the course of your journey, and of course, we'll try and keep telling you about that. We'll try and bring Anjali back for a deeper discussion in the future. But are there any things that you can say are the don'ts, things that becomes a hurdle in the journey of meditation and in reaching a higher, deeper state of meditation?
Um, So I would say actually the only thing we need for meditation in Heartfulness meditation, it's free of cost. We are an international organization present in 170 countries, and everywhere it's free. All of us are volunteers. So I'm a special educator actually. This is my voluntary work, and so we say the only thing you need is willingness. If you are willing to learn the practice, that's all you need. You don't need to have read something or need to, have a lot of spiritual knowledge of various techniques, nothing. Just from your heart, I want to learn this. This willingness is all you need actually. So actually, that's the only thing I would say. Try and follow the circadian rhythms. I know nowadays our kids. I'm a mother of two. youngsters, and their routine is really terrible. Uh, they're often texting late into the night and things like that. And I think that's really not good for your health. Definitely, if you stick, because our body is made to be following circadian rhythm, and if we stick to that, like sleeping at night and remaining awake in the day, um, trying to wake at a decent time at the same time every day, I think that will definitely help you in your practice. And as I said, anything else, we don't say that don't smoke or don't drink or don't eat non-veg. These things may or may not just drop away as you continue in the practice. So yeah, so I think this is something, as you continue the practice, as you do your cleaning or rejuvenation, your negative tendencies will change. They will become more balanced, and things will happen very naturally and very automatic. So I think apart from, I think there's everything in the practice. You
Mm.
start the practice, you will find that whatever is conducive for you will start happening. Of course, it has to be an inner call. I will. One thing I would maybe recommend to everyone is. At least give the practice 3 months
Mm.
to show the results. So as it has been prescribed, the morning meditation, evening rejuvenation, and inner connect at night, do it as it has been prescribed for at least 3 months before you abandon it. Uh, and let the practice show results. Give it a chance to show you results. Is something I might say. I would not put it in a negative way, saying don't stop, but I'll say please continue for 3 months, because I think the way we put things, our language is very important. So I
Mm.
would not like to say don't for anything. I would rather focus on what to do, because as Gautam Buddha has said that energy goes where attention is, where attention goes, energy will flow in that direction. So if
Right.
I say don't, my energy is going to go there. But if I'm going to say let's do this, then my energy will go there. So I would rather not focus on the don'ts because there really aren't any, but just see on what we can do, focus on that, and grow in spirituality in that.
Very well put. I love this idea of not focusing on what not doesn't need to be done. Let's focus on and put our energies on what needs our attention in life and in meditation, of course. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
and give it at least 3 months. If you've started a practice, give it some time so that it grows on you. You start seeing results. But does 3 months mean we'll start seeing results or its impact in 3 months? Are there any immediate results or changes that we start seeing, say, in a couple of sessions or in a week's time?
See, all of us are on different points in our spiritual journey. Okay, so someone might just have a very profound experience in the first sitting itself, and someone may take a little time. So I'm saying the maximum time frame, 3 months, you will definitely feel something. Depending on who you are, how you have been molded so far, you might have an immediate experience as well. That immediately I'm feeling so calm, and I'm feeling so expanded, I'm feeling so joyful and light. It can happen to you in the very first sitting as well. So depending on where you are in the journey, I'm just giving a maximum time frame. Definitely by 3 months you should feel something. I felt definitely within the first couple of weeks, in the first 3 days itself, I would say. So I can assure you, if you're really doing the practice sincerely as has been prescribed, there is no way that you won't experience something. It will most certainly impact you positively in some way or the other, whether it's your attention span, whether it's how you're dealing with things, giving a pause between, instead of reacting, responding, all these things you will start seeing in the practice, definitely.
Right. So, though you will start seeing results immediately, when I did a session with you for the first time, I saw, uh, I felt a change in myself and the way I was breathing, in the way I was feeling immediately after that session. And then, of course, I've continued the practice. I really see its benefits. Long-term benefits are, numerous. I can't even begin to list. And of course, if you want to learn more about it, We will bring in Anjali back on this forum. We'll keep this discussion going, and you can let us know in the comments or through your messages that if you have any questions, if there's anything that you want to know, if you want to know more about heartfulness and how it's done, and if you want to really take up a full-fledged course with the a heartfulness trainer, how to go about it, just put it all in the comments and we'll be happy to answer. Anjali, anything that you want to say before I let you go?
Um, well, I'm really grateful for that you invited me. I just wanted to tell everyone about our global meditation center in Hyderabad, which is called Kana Shanti Vanam. It's really a wonder, and I think one visit there just changes your spiritual destiny. Uh, I would really invite everyone to come and visit. It's open for anyone who wants to come. It's something amazing. If you don't know about it, just Google it and read about Kana Shantivanam, and you all are welcome there to experience heartfulness and to see what paradise on earth can be like, where everyone is living in harmony and love, and you can see the manifestation of a better world right here, right now.
And for
So,
those who
with
are
that, I hope everyone, yes,
no, I was saying that there's an international audience to this conversation. So
yes,
anyone who's
yes.
listening or viewing it from anywhere in the world, just Google heartfulness meditation and you'll find all these details and everything will be there. You can check out the website. And if you ever happen to visit India and go to Hyderabad, make sure you go there. You will get a fantastic experience there.
Definitely.
Yeah. Anjali, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you so much for having me, Karan. Very, very happy to be here again with you. And my best wishes for the audience. May we all evolve, grow spiritually, and create an egregore where we really create a new world within this lifetime.